Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, finally here back with the first idea that actually came to my mind when I was out. So I actually had managed to have a couple of duels to test it, and it seems to work pretty much. So this is like an alternative to play BLS if you do not just want to play tons of back rows and just hope to draw the back rows and that's it. This is a little bit nicer and can also give you a little bit of versatility when you have to face a certain type of back rows, but thanks to ELEMENTSABERS. But before jumping right into it guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here of course with Yugi Mudo from the SOD. The skill is the Soul of Light and Darkness, and here it goes. So the core has a little bit changed. Instead of playing the Getaway of Chaos, I'm actually playing the LUSTER Soldier that, to be honest, I didn't remember I had, but these actually having these in your hand with the combined with the effect of Super Soldier Ritual that is provided by the skill in your graveyard, basically means you can summon the LUSTER Soldier with this and basically search for both the pieces of your lethal combo. That is of course the Legendary Swordsman and the Chaos form, so you can search both with that. Then we have of course a couple of copies, because it might be useful to have a couple, especially for long duels, and just one copy of Super Soldier, even though, to be honest, I'm not really sure it is needed. Yeah, sometimes that damage that he inflicts from when he destroys a monster by battle can be clutch, but not sure. Still, one should be totally fine, that you can search it in case you want it. And then we have double LUSTER Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Definitely recommend to play 3 if you have 3 of those. And then what else we have? We have the Triple Chaos form, of course. Yeah, it's true that we have a couple of searches for it, but you definitely do not want to miss the chance of not having this, you know, like, you really want to have this for the additional summon, you know what I mean. And then here comes the Spice. The Spice is basically triple Palace of the Elemental Lords, triple Molehu and triple Lapaulia. Why? Because these two basically makes you deal with either a back row, because Lapaulia can negate a back row, either spell or trap card, while Molehu can flip down a monster your opponent controls, actually also a monster you control, so it can be really useful sometimes. And the thing is, we have 4 of the Palace of the Elemental Lords, thanks to terraforming, of course. And the thing is, basically you activate Palace and you can search for either Molehu or Lapaulia, depending on what you're facing. If your opponent has only one back row and you want to get rid of that, you want to be sure that is not a problem, you can just search for Lapaulia and summon it, so that there you go, you have a negation. And also, this helps for the turn 1 as well. If your opponent is, you know, I don't know, a back row player, actually fusion player, you can play Lapaulia to negate his polymerization, or you can go for Molehu instead if he's instead more of a synchro player or stuff like that. Molehu to, of course, flip down monsters your opponent controls and interrupt their link or synchro or Xyz combo. Very nice. Also, the effect of Palace of the boost comes in handy a lot of times, because it makes you have lethal through, because these boys can become really big, and in the matchup, you know, in the mirror match, you have the advantage of having that boost, and you can go over your opponent's LUSTER Soldier monsters thanks to the boost of Palace. Keep in mind, guys, just pay attention to the back row, the backfire effect of Palace, because the following turn, when you use the effect of searching, you have to skip your battle phase. Keep in mind that you have to play around that, so make sure that if you use this is really needed, or actually you do not have lethal, you know, for this turn, or you have lethal for that turn, so keep in mind that. For the extra deck, you see a lot of stuff. Most of the times I just use the Phoenix and the Unicorn, the most versatile one, but you can use the other as well. The only two that are mandatory is one Phoenix and one Unicorn, just in case. And that's it, guys. Of course, this build can be expanded into playing even more back rows, of course, because we have all the slot actually are free, so you can play definitely, for example, stuff like this, and going into with more Book of Moon and becoming more of a classic Element Saber. If you remember back in the day, Element Saber used to play a lot of back rows, and you can definitely do like that if you are a lover of 30 card stack or similar. I will definitely go with this because it's I mean, I like to play, you know, without the back row stuff. 20 cards is what I love, but if you feel the urge to play more backwards, of course you can go like that. Guys, that was all for the explanation. Hope you enjoyed this idea. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay. These are all from KC Cup, if I'm not wrong. This for sure is. So it's with the skill, of course. It's him to go first, and we have kind of in hand because we have the field, actually a couple. And so you keep in mind you can actually kind of get benefit from more of one palace, because if you have two palace, you can use one's effect in order to search, and then because you're skipping next battle phase, you can still use the second one, get another search, but you will still skip only one battle phase, so keep in mind that. So as you can see right here, this guy has Harpies, elegant ticket test. We're gonna speed things up. He's gonna end up with actually not the Cyber Slash Harpy Lady, but the Conductor, and there's a couple of back rows. So what we want to get rid of is definitely we want to have something to care for the back rows. So we went with Terraforming, thing out the deck. We have the Palace of the Elemental Lords to search for the La Paolia, of course, to negate back rows. Then another one to get another search, because and you know, anyway, we're gonna skip the battle phase at this point. Let's get the most out of it. So first La Paolia to negate eventual back rows, then Black Luster Soldier to banish the opponent's monster, searching for the stuff, then Chaos Form into the Black Luster Legendary Swordsman. Now we have, and we entered the battle phase. He had something activatable, but he didn't do it because I think maybe one was, I don't know, something not useful, while the other one was something that he could be useful, but he just didn't try because La Paolia can just negate, and of course you just go for lethal. So that's the fact that it's very nice that you can search for the thing you need. You know what I mean? Keep in mind that Palace, of course, lets you send the material, the cost for the effects of either La Paolia or Moleu from the deck. But if you have a card in hand, you don't need the Palace. If you have another Element Saber in hand, you do not need the Palace to activate the effect of the Elemental Saber monsters. There you go. Second duel, third win in a row. Let's see what we have. It's probably the tier 1 Destiny Heroes, and it's him to go first. He's got reinforcement of the army, looking for the Liquid Soldier, so I guess now he's got everything. He can go with the Destiny effect. He's gonna have a turn 1, of course, without interruptions, because he's gonna go first. He's gonna end up, let's see, with what with the Wonder Driver, Mythical Fusion again, double Sunrise. Look at that board. He's got basically a very nice board with the double Sunrise, Dystopia, and the Wonder Driver. So he has basically one interruption, but we still have to be careful about the effect of Sunrise if we attack. I started with the Palace, and I looked for Moleu. Then at that point I summoned Moleu, just because I wanted to stop there, you know, to stop Dystopia. So he was forced to use the effect anyway. He popped the Palace. Nice choice here, honestly. Then I went with Super Soldier Ritual to summon the Black Luster Soldier. At this point I can use the effect of the skill to grab both the Ritual spell and the Ritual Boy. Chaos Form is here to go into the Black Luster Soldier Legendary Swordsman, and then boom, starting to clear a hole. As you can see, we can just go for lethal at this point. So we also in this case had the Envoy at the beginning, so even if you end up with both, I mean, more than one back row, more than one interruption, we would have been totally fine. Keep in mind that Moleu's effect is a quick effect, so if we have Palace and we summon Moleu, if he activate something to stop Molehu, we can chain the effect of Molehu because it's a quick effect. So it's kind of better than the BLS from this point of view, because BLS can banish a monster, but when you summon him, it's not a quick effect. So if your opponent uses, I don't know, Floodgate, you can't do nothing. It actually gets destroyed. So that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, fourth win in a row. Always Casey Cup. We have these should be Resonators, right? And it's him to go first, so we kind of know his combo, so we can speed things up. It's got, of course, the Red Sprinter. There you go. It's got the Red Rising Dragon, Crimson Resonator, a couple of tuners coming out from his deck. Then look at that. It was very nice because he had the Garbage Lord, basically an extender to have even more boss monsters on first turn. Look at that. He's got the Red Rain as first interruption, and then he's got Synchron Resonator, but Void Ogre Dragon with no cards in hand. So this means he's got a Spell Trap negation plus the Red Rain. That is going to be huge. So it's La Paolia, perfect draw to begin with. Then Super Soldier Ritual. I actually didn't activate the Palace because I didn't want him to negate that, as the boost to go over this guy that is 3k could be very nice, could be clutch. So we went with the Solo Light and Darkness at this point to search both the pieces of the combo. We got Chaos Form to go, and of course he went with the Void Ogre Dragon to negate. At this point we're chilling because we got the negation for La Paolia already in hand with the, because you already have another Element Saber monster in our hand, so we're chilling. Then we went with the Palace that he cannot negate anymore. He went with Red Rain, but La Paolia says negate with Element Saber because actually Palace is not still activated, so that was a very nice move, played correctly, but I had all the answer negated. Then second Chaos Form into the Black Luster Soldier, Legendary Swordsman. At this point there's nothing much. I also used the effect to change attributes to have a little bit more boost, and then I actually I misclicked. I wanted to attack the Scarlight. I just misclicked there, but I still had the Riddle anyway, thanks to the La Paolia and the Black Luster Soldier. Actually, thanks to the boost, guys. Otherwise, I didn't have lethal. So thanks to the boost, we had lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. This was actually a rank up. There you go. This should be the fourth, right? Against Yami Yugi. Let's see what we have. It's us to go first, and as you can see, we have the Palace already, and we can just go into the search. Probably, I don't know, because I didn't know what to expect here, so I prefer to go with Moleu, just, you know, to have something to interrupt these monsters, basically. And then I summoned the boy more for the search than for the other one, so I went for the Black Luster Soldier, so that next turn I can search for both the Legendary Swordsman and the Ritual spell, even if I had it already. It's got the Dark Magician, so that was a bad choice. So I could have actually predicted it was Dark Magician, so this was kind of my fault. But of course, you can imagine against Dark Magician, having a La Paolia, it's the best choice. So he went, of course, with the Silent Magician, very nice, and it's got the search with the circle, one backer, any attack. I can just use Molau's effect to set that, to flip that down, and I'm chilling. Now the only thing that I need to do is just summoning La Paolia to be chilling. I banished the Silent Magician because otherwise its effect can be triggered. We don't know if he plays the Silent Magician level 8. And then it's got the navigation, but guess what? La Paolia can just negate that, so we don't care. And we still cannot attack, I mean, we do not have lethal, so I just handed the turn because we had to skip the battle phase with the effect of Palace. So just one set, but then it's not gonna do nothing. Terraforming right there, compulsory, but guess what? La Paolia can just negate. At this point, we don't even need all the other stuff. We already have lethal, look at that. But, and he just scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys, a third win in a row again, and I don't know, I think it's Phantom Nice. I remember this was a pretty quick duel, just to make you see actually when you have what you need. Maybe this was not a long duel, actually. Oh, it's not, this is Raging Pendulum, right? So, okay, we got him to go first, but of course, as you can see, he, of course, bricked has got nothing, just a set card and a set monster. But just to show you, we have both the what we need. We got terraforming as well. That was not needed here because we had, I mean, of course, I would have gone with the La Paolia, you know, to negate the back row just in case. Then Super Soldier Reroll here to have the boy, the Super Soldier. We're fine with just searching the ritual monster because we have the ritual spell in our hand already, so we can just go for this. At this point, even if he activates Bottomless, we can just use La Paolia, negates that. Even without this, of course, even without the palace, we add the monster in end to send, so just negate that at this point. The effect from the graveyard to have a little boost, and then just attacking, that was pretty nice. But again, just to show you, you can just choose the negation, the interruption you're looking for, and that's what really is amazing about this deck. And this was actually another rank up, as you can see, I think to DLV 18. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, we have Playmaker. Let's see what we have, and it's him to go first. If I'm not wrong, this is Crusadia. To be honest, I faced tons of Crusadia, but really a lot of them. There was a lot of Crusadia, and it's got the stuff with the Kaiju, of course, to break boards. Even though on turn 1 the Kaiju are gonna be, of course, dead cards. Let's see what he has. Also a couple of back rows. So I started with the terraforming. It's got the negation with the Yakimas. Keep in mind that. But what we can do about this is that if we use Moleu to flip down this, the negation actually, there's no more negation because he has to tribute the Crusadia World Legacy monster. But if it is sat, it is not explicit, it is a Crusadia or World Legacy monster. So if you flip down that, you're chilling. So exactly what I was looking for. I went for Molehu. At this point, I summoned Molehu to set that down. And he went with the Crusadia power on the effect monster in order to save his negation. That was a very nice move. Then I went with Chaos Form, but I knew, of course, he would have negated that. There was no other way to do that. Then second Palace in order to get adventure from the search. Here I misplayed. I should have gone for the third as well, but I was afraid of him destroying it. So I just went with the Super Soldier Ritual to go for the boy, looking for the Black LUSTER Soldier here, the classic one, so that we can search the ritual spell as well next turn. And then just attacking, and as you can see, the boost is very nice because now he protected the Equimax with the effect of Arborea from the graveyard, but the Moleu is bigger as well to take him down. Now he has to go all from the beginning, but guess what? Moleu can just set that down and we're chilling. Now we cannot attack though because we used the effect of Palace previous turn, so we went with the Super Soldier Ritual to summon the Black LUSTER Soldier, but we cannot do that much. And here, guys, that was a misplay. Probably with the second search I should have gone for another Molehu because it is definitely the one you want to have in hand to stop this deck. So I misplayed here and I should have searched for another Molehu. What I did instead was to go for the Unicorn in order to shuffle the monster back to deck. Remember, I cannot attack, guys, so now if I would have searched for the Molehu, I would have still had a negation, actually an interruption, because now La Paolia with this spell trap negation won't do that much, so we have to skip the battle phase. This was the misplay. He went with the Crusadia Magius all the way, but I guess this guy didn't have a second Equimax. I guess this was his misplay, but keep in mind that none of this would have happened if I had the Moleu, of course, because I would have stopped that on the beginning of the combo. So anyway, guys, he went on because of my misplay. He went with all the searches as well. He went on through the Regulax, and then he summoned the other one. What is the name? There you go, the Spada, and they actually won't do that much. Still has some boost. He went for lethal. Look at that, with the Forbidden Lance he would have had lethal with the Forbidden Lance, but of course I negated that, so no lethal for him, just 200 damage. That of course is not enough. And now at this point I can just use Super Soldier Ritual, summoning that. It's got the Crusadia Crawler. We don't care actually. Because what can he do now? Nothing. He's got no interruption. Then BLS and La Pajulia too. Look at that boost. Look at these boys. They're becoming really huge. Also the Divine attribute selected. First protection, then second one with the Super Soldier getting some damage in. Effect of the Envoy at the beginning to attack a couple of times at this point. So really nothing you can do. He's scooped with one card. There's nothing you can do, and basically no more extra deck. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely one of the ways to get advantage from this skill, because keep in mind we cannot special summon anything, so all comes to the archetype that rely a lot on a normal summon, and basically Element Sabers uses a lot their normal summon because they can normal summon their boy to have easy access to a negate and a flip down. So I think it's a very nice idea. Let me know what you think, of course, guys, about it. I simply love it, and I think that the expanded version with the back row can perform even better, because keep in mind that in a 30 card version, once you have the Palace, you start thinning the deck by sending the Element Saber monster from your deck. So that's really nice. Anyway, guys, that was all for today's video. Thanks a lot. Of course, if you have some questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.